If you were given a choice to be either the best in the world or the best for the world, what would you choose? I heard an interesting story with that question in it, and it made me think of you, and I was wondering, which would you choose? The story's about a little 10-year-old boy named Clint who was facing a major challenge in his life, and his life in one moment changed forever. You see, I believe that. I believe that in a single moment, a life can change forever. This story is a great way of describing that moment and why it matters to you and matters to me. My name is John Boggs. I'm the co-founder of the Brave Thinking Institute, where I also serve as CEO. And let's talk about Clint. Clint's 10 years old, and Clint is struggling in school. Although Clint's not struggling with math or science or English, Clint is struggling with the ability to sit still. He can't sit still. He's constantly tapping, and it's bothering the other kids around him. They're complaining. The teachers are repeatedly saying, Clint, please don't tap. Clint, quit making noise. Clint, sit still. It gets so bad that Clint gets sent to the principal's office. And the principal says, Clint, what's going on? I can't sit still, says Clint. And the principal says, try this. Try sitting on your hands. So Clint goes back to class and tries to sit on his hands. That lasts about 5 seconds. And Clint continues to get in trouble and continue to struggle until one day, Clint is in Mr. Jensen's class. And rather than yelling at Clint or sending him to the principal's office, at one moment when the other kids are complaining, Mr. Jensen says, Clint, I want you to stay after class. At that moment, Clint's heart sinks. Stomach gets sick. He feels like, this is it. I've finally done it. I'm going to get kicked out. At the end of class, all the other kids leave, and Mr. Jensen says, Clint, come here. Clint's head goes down. He goes up to the front. And he says, Clint, you're not in trouble. I have a question for you. Clint looks up and he says, Mr. Jensen says, have you ever thought about being a drummer? And at that moment, he reaches over and pulls out the middle drawer of his desk, and he pulls out 2 drumsticks. And as he hands them to Clint, he says, Clint, I want you to know, you're not a problem. I think you might be a drummer. And Clint grabs those 2 drumsticks. And Clint Pulver would go on to say that he never put those drumsticks down. That those drumsticks, in a moment with Mr. Jensen's guidance, changed his life forever. Those drumsticks paid his way through college. Those drumsticks have allowed Clint to travel the world playing concerts with bands all over this world. Those drumsticks have allowed Clint to go back to high schools and grade schools and teach what it means to really find what brings you alive. You see, Mr. Jensen helped Clint find that in himself. Clint is one of the best in the world at what he does being a drummer. But it's Mr. Jensen who I believe exemplifies what it means to be the best for the world. Mr. Jensen has his own personal mission. Yes, what he does in the world is be a teacher, yet he's on a mission to help each individual find what really brings them alive and bring it out. In fact, the word education comes from the root educare, which means to draw from within. Why this matters to you and to me is this. I recently heard a shocking statistic. I was blown away when I heard this, and I thought about you and why, as a leader, this matters to us. There is one question above all that has been rising the ranks of new questions being asked in job interviews. I found this fascinating. What are the best job interview questions, and which questions are being asked today? The fastest rising question in job interviews today is, do you have a personal mission statement? I found that fascinating. How does my mission apply to a job? Well, we just heard a great story. Mr. Jensen didn't see in Clint a problem. He saw a possibility. That's part of his mission, what he's about. And so for you and I think it's important we ask ourselves, if you had a mission, if you were living into a mission, what would it be? It's not being a dentist or a doctor or a carpenter or a lawyer or a bookkeeper, but that might be what you do, but the mission is how you go about doing it. So let me give you 3 things, if you don't have a personal mission statement, that you can use to help tap in how you might craft a mission statement. The first is this. What do you believe? What are your beliefs and what are your core values? What do you hold most valuable as far as a core value or a belief? As an example, is it loyalty? Is it honesty? Is it love? Is it fun? Is it growth? Is it family? What is of highest value to you, and what do you believe? At the Brave Thinking Institute, we have 5 core values, 5 things that we believe. The first of which is that we believe in people. We know that each one of us is far more powerful than any circumstance, situation, or condition we might be facing. What's great about that core value, we believe in the possibility that resides in each individual, is that's absolutely aligned with Mr. Jensen. When Mr. Jensen saw Clint, he didn't see the condition, the fidgeting, the moving, the problem. He saw someone that was more than that and helped bring it about. What do you believe? What are your core values? That's step 1. Second step is, what is it you're doing when you're in the zone? Because the second step's about purpose. When you're on fire with what you love doing, you might just have found your purpose. So what's your purpose? If you're not sure, let me give you a quick exercise that you can do. I love this exercise. If you were to describe yourself in one word, an action word, in other words, a verb, what verb would you choose? When I went through this exercise personally, the word that came to mind was to inspire. I feel most alive when I'm talking about things that are inspirational, that are inspiring. So what is the verb that would best describe you? Walt Disney's verb was dream, to dream. He's most alive when he's helping people dream. Thomas Edison's was innovate, to innovate. He was most alive when he was innovating. So what is your verb? That's step 2. Find your purpose, what puts you in the zone. And the third is this: what does the outcome look like when you are living into your mission statement? What is the outcome? So for us at the Brave Thinking Institute, it's 1 billion dreams achieved. As we help people live into their purpose, we're all about empowering people to create and live a life they love. And we do that by helping people think bravely and build dreams. And we know that we've reached that outcome when 1 billion people have reached a dream as the result of working with the Brave Thinking Institute. What is the outcome of what you would love to achieve, either by being the best in the world and or being the best for the world? Clint Pulver's story is available online. You can see the incredible story. He talks about being 10 and the struggles. And he has infused in the world the idea of be a Mr. Jensen. Be a Mr. Jensen. So my hope for you is that you find your own personal mission statement, that you ask this question as you're working with others, what are they truly about? And that not only you talk about what it takes to be the best in the world at what you do, but while you're doing it, that you also express being the best for the world. So what are your beliefs and core values? What does it look like when you're on purpose? And what is the outcome? Put those things into your mission statement and your personal mission statement, and you will be on track. I hope this information has served you. If you think that it has, I would love you to click the like button or subscribe. If you're new to the community, I want to say welcome. I'm glad you're here. Share this with someone that you think can benefit from it. And until next time that we're together, remember, think bravely and act boldly.